This is Yummy Hustle!
Otherwise known as Your Only Move is Hustle.
Blending anticipation and reward, this game challenges your wits and may possibly even grow a deep-seated, unrootable hatred for your opponent. This fast-paced, action-packed, thrill ride of a fighting game will define the
What? Heihachi is a thundering storm. Xiao Yu rides the wings of the crane. Nina strikes like the snake. And Yoshimitsu's sword cuts the wind.
Okay, maybe I'm lying a little. I told a little bit of a fib. The game's, I'm hyping it up. It's not that action-packed, okay? But tell me this. Name any situation more butthole clenching, more hair-raising, more stress-inducing than seeing a tiny little clock take down your time to impending doom if you don't make a move.
I'm holding it! Hit the button! Ah,
So, maybe you're asking yourself, what exactly am I looking at right now? What the fuck is this?
What is this wondrous screen filled with all these exciting little, whatchamacalls?
Well, what you're looking at, kiddo, is a turn-based 2D fighting game.
Format sculpted for mind games and cognitive decision based on your character's moveset and the matchup you got.
Take a look down here. This is your moveset, and it varies from character to character. So, if you've played any fighting games before, the whole thing should look vaguely familiar, right? And that's good enough, right? Anyways, we have our burst meter, super gauge, health bar, all the good shit is here, but see where the sugar and spice really lies.
Is the combat. Yeah, well, that's literally the point of fighting it.
We run a turn-based ship around here, boy. Anyways, ultimately, frames determine what direction a fight goes, and the decisions you make influence further moves. Where other fighting games might ask you for at least a modicum, of technical efficiency and memory to be able to execute a combo or two, this game asks you, with the moves it neatly lays on your lap, can you read your opponent? And at the highest level of play, all of the mechanics become second nature. There's really no reason to look up a move list, and the more you experience you have, the easier it is to bounce from character to character and game to game. I mean, at that point, quarter circle, half circle, all just becomes muscle memory. However, the amount of time you have to make these moves, make these decisions, comes down to the fraction of a second often, a frame. So, you're a pro as far as Yomi is concerned. Just prove you can read like one. And once that play is made, when your wits get the better of your opponent and you make the read that just continuously builds your momentum, the combos just come together like beautiful art. But when I say the word momentum though, it means something very different to Yummy Hustle, at least when compared to other fighting games. Like, momentum in regular fighting games is generally very fast. It'll vary from game to game, but comparing it to Yummy Hustle, the distinction is clear. See, Yummy will make you marinate with your decisions. Sit with your choices. You're given the time necessary to evaluate the possibilities in order to make a move favoring you, right? And because of this, there's really no such thing as button mashing or spamming like there is in other games, And even then, at this slow pace, you'll come across those moments where you're genuinely stumped and have little leads to where the fight may go, what move to pick. So, battles are generally long-winded between two decent players, and for me this isn't a problem. The reward comes from putting the time into your decisions in the match itself and playing the game in slow motion, all for it to come rushing back with that KO screen. Cause seeing the match replay in real time brings all that intensity and action back into the decisions made in that game. Within the span of about a minute, the entire match is played back to you, and that same charm that mid-2000s shonen inspired stick figure animations had, the ones we'd find on YouTube and Newgrounds, is adorned by this game. Don't you remember? You were just staring on, God, this is so fucking sick. And the game just wholeheartedly embodies that experience. Being a relatively more cerebral experience than your average fighting game, Your Only Move is Hustle's personality shines through bread and butter packaging with an approach to combat that emphasizes conditioning and prediction of the opponent. And it's not exactly armed with bells and whistles as far as aesthetics is concerned, but it still holds infinite potential. And that potential's reflected in the community and the mods coming out for the game. Vanilla Yomi has 4 fighters to play as: ninja, cowboy, wizard, and robot, who all have their own playstyle.
And plus the additional mutant that's been added since I wrote this script, but it's been a while since I worked on the video, yeah.
But thanks to the modding community, so many characters can be added that it just ends up changing playstyles and matchups entirely. Think about that. Now look, I haven't exactly sunk my stinky little fingers as deep into all this game has to offer, especially as far as mods are concerned. But believe me, I intend to, okay? But really, I'm just trying to get the video out right now, so... Anyway, there's fucking tons. Stages, characters, backgrounds, all that shit. It's all there, it's in the mods. But this review is kind of based around vanilla Yomi Hustle anyway. So, we have our 4 main characters, and we're able to customize them. How about that? Now, because this game takes place in a 2D plane, and the design is very minimalistic, there's not exactly in-depth customization. I mean, there's without a doubt, it goes in depth as far as colors and particle effects are concerned. And I think it actually gives you a lot to work with and a lot of variables to adjust with so little to actually change about your character. Like, you're not really putting silly little hats on your characters. This is not TF2, but it does give you a lot to work with so little to really adjust, you know what I mean? Or a lot to adjust with so little to work with. More like.
Allow me to introduce our fight.
Ninja is your brawler.
Cowboy's just well-rounded.
Wizard's your zoning master.
Mutant's a rush-down fighter that'll fuck your shit up.
And Robot's a grappler. He'll grapple you. And these 4 fighters bring a hearty base of matchups and possibilities as far as the fights go. And with upwards of 60 fucking hours on this game, and still never having touched a mod, I can confidently stand behind that statement. Look, the point is that even just base game, it doesn't look like much, but it offers so much, you know? So, what do I think? What do I think you should do? Well, the game is a bit of a time sink at times, and you could be easily frustrated if you're impatient and you're getting comboed to help it. That's the same with any other fighting game. And so, this is obviously not your typical review, but I am not your typical man, and I'm basically not going to give this any type of score, right? It's just going to be simple. Do I think you should play it? And I think this will be basically a common theme when I do continue to do more videos. Is it worth your time? Is it worth the money? I really think that's like the basis of the value in my opinion. Just, you know, play the fucking game. It's good. Play Yomi Hustle. Buy it. Support Ivy, the creator, and yeah.